Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction and read through for Tower of God, the Urek Mazino spinoff, episode 12. I'm excited to read as usual. Don't really think there's a long intro to have this time. I've been loving the spinoff. I feel like generally don't know where things will go in the future or not. Don't know how future reading people are feeling. But it seems like everybody else has been pretty positive so far too. I've just had a lot of fun, all in all. Still no word yet on the edited version of the trivia night, but again, as soon as it's up, I'll share it with you all. Just wanted to update on that again. And yeah, last chapter, we kind of got this cool setup. A big thing that last chapter was doing was setting up the idea of these other characters, and presumably we're going to be seeing them in the Crown game, or at least in the future in general. We had, Urek running into the girl again. I forget her name. Was it like Aru or something? There's no way that's it, because Ru is Ru's name, but he runs into her again, and there's the guy who's like, it should have been me, not him. And then we get like the was he a penguin? The penguin guy? And then we run into the Popadao guy and learn a little bit about him. So we're running into these new characters, establishing them so that they can be used. And we also kind of do the same with the spear bearers, that we're acting all friendly with... Gosh, I am struggling with names tonight, apparently, Rohan. And then immediately turning on him. Like, we're just setting up the idea of these characters so that they can then be woven into the story for whatever role they're meant to play. And not only did we get that, we're actually starting the Crown game and actually getting stuff with some of the characters. Sancho was his name, right? We also had him included. I don't. It was Sancho, right? I'm not misremembering, or am I just thinking of Sanchez from The Floor of Death? But either way, something along those lines. And from here, I think that there are two things that I think it'd be cool if they happened, but again, the story could go in so many different ways because we're getting so much every single chapter. There was only like one chapter where I thought the amount we got was a little on the lighter side. So I think that it would be very cool if, to protect her from the bull, we had the net dolphin queen actually become an anima of, or a shinhale of Evelyn. That way we've kind of built up Evelyn to having a creature instead of having her start with a creature. That would be, I think, very, very cool for her character arc, and it'd be like, okay, she just never had any animals, strong enough to be her partner or whatever. I think that would be cool. And another thing is, if we had some sort of moment during Urek's fight where it's like, okay, your teammates really need your help. This is a serious game, a serious situation. Do you stay here and fight with Danjon? Which Urek is being like, it'll only take me 10 seconds. Will there come to a point where, he has to choose between having this fight that he wants or helping his team, and he chooses to help his team? That'd be cool. But we might not even get that far into the playing of the actual game. There's still stuff being done with Rahab's group and the guy who washed up on the beach with the same shirt as Rue. So there's a lot going on in the background as well. But either way, I think that's about it for the intro. So with that out of the way, let's just read chapter 12. We start off with a, traditional Tower of God loom panel here. Loom sound effect. We got dun with Danjon. I've been waiting for you, Mazino. Danjon? And Rahab's watching on. Again, Rahab has just been, one of the weaker parts. one of you in the comments was like, Rahab is a character from the Tower of God spinoff. Rahab, certainly a character that exists. Rahab is one of the weaker ones so far, I think. That's not where he's supposed to be. So I wonder if he's saying that as in, he was expecting all of the test directors to be together because we had the group that was watching on before. Or did he plan for Danjon to be in a specific place for his own plans, and this is against his own plans? I mean, either way, it's against him if he has his own plans, but he was expecting all the test directors to be in one place, and he's like, crap, one of the test directors isn't there. We have Crown Game Part 2. Meanwhile, Evelyn. I've never seen a creature like this before, but I don't need its name to know. I don't stand a chance. She immediately turns and starts hoofing it. And okay, it was funny seeing other people's reactions and seeing that I wasn't the only one that brought up the panel where I was like, oh my god, Evelyn, they look like they're about to escape. But actually, kind of going back through, and since Ron Gan has started reacting to the spinoff, I've been watching Ron Gan's reactions. And honestly, Evelyn was always kind of stacked. She always had the power buff going on. And we have the tendril, I'm assuming the face tentacle thing from the bull coming in. He grabs her around the neck. I have to fight back. Because it seemed like she had a moment there where she reacted and then we cut to the Net Dolphin Queen, which made me think, is there going to be some kind of connection there? We have some water. She's being dragged down to be drowned. Okay, and it's the tail, not the face tentacle, I think. Yeah, the face tentacle is dragging along the side. And why? Either CU has been doing his anatomy studies, or it's because of, a new member of the team or something. Why is the bull kind of shaped up? What's going on with the spinoff here? But I kind of I kind of like it. It reminds me more of a manga style. It almost reminds me of Berserk style creatures, Meanwhile, with Donjon, somewhere deep within the testing site. We have him waiting there, one eye open. Yo, Donjon. Hope I didn't keep you waiting. He's walking up. I'm impressed you showed up. I thought you'd run with your tail between your legs. Of course not. I'd never pass up free entertainment. Foolish rookie. He's yet to experience the vast gap that separates a regular from a ranker. Oh well, in just a few minutes, he'll lose that smug smile. We know that Urek has an insane amount of power, but I wonder if he really truly is, like even with all of his power, if he's really underestimating how strong a ranker is. And grovel at my feet begging for his life. Even if, here at floor 1, he's strong enough to just take a ranker, because we know that he's been strong from the beginning, is what we've always been told. Even if he is ranker level from the beginning, I wonder if still he isn't expecting what rankers can do. And then again, ranker portrayals have been hit and miss, because there are some high rankers, like some of the branch leaders, even though they were high rankers, they kind of showed off less ability than a lot of regulars we'd seen, and because we're told that they're high rankers, we have to assume that they are many, 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 many times stronger. But from what we actually saw from them, what we saw wasn't all that impressive in comparison to some, even, again, like I said, regulars we've seen. So it depends also on how Donjon is presented, like what he actually does here. Before anything else, we need the administrator's approval. As I told you, a ranker can't harm a regular without it. Go ahead and switch your pocket to visible mode. Look through the menu options. We have menu options, and you'll find one that allows you to challenge a ranker to a fight. It's usually only used by rankers who wish to challenge each other, but there's occasionally a regular like you who's foolish enough to use it. I'm sure you're starting to regret everything. Hey, he just clicks it immediately. You've requested a ranking battle. Which ranker would you like to challenge? I'm not done talking. Donjon, the one with the funny hair. He actually did it. And then, is this some sort of stage setting? Whoa. Oh no, it's the administrator showing up. We have the second floor administrator. The most screen time for an administrator we've gotten. Are you the regular? And I kind of still hate the term administrator. I kind of love that they used to use the term guardian, but I think administrator's more correct. So maybe I should, again, stick with the official administrator. I think it's more correct. I don't quite remember. Are you the regular who wishes to battle a rancor? That's right. This one. He's an outsider. Very well. I shall allow it. So again, with Bomb, it didn't have a moment like that other than just saying he sounded tasty or whatever. He didn't have a moment of saying, oh, Bomb's an irregular that I remember. But it's interesting that he was probably able to tell, and yet the administrator's just like, it's fine. Irregulars coming in here doing what they want, good for them. I shall allow it. Really? I didn't think it'd be this easy, thinks Danjon. You two alone are responsible for whatever happens during the battle. Best of luck. Hey, not so fast, I have a question. Yes? It's great that I can fight a rancor now, but I'd also like to know whose permission I need to fight you. Immediately, thinking like he's like, hold on, an even stronger presence just appeared. There's no need to seek permission, for the administrator of the tower never turns down a challenger. You're always welcome to try your luck against the laws of the tower. And it just leaves. All right then, that settles it, right? Now, let's dance. Okay. Danjon steps down and cracks the earth beneath. And the shockwaves ripple out from there. Urek the Dodge Barracuda, it is his secret move, dodge. It's all we've seen him doing in the spinoff. Oh, he manages to get caught by Danjon? Or is it Danjon who's been caught by him? Whoa, he starts to get flipped around. Do it. He gets tossed, just absolutely launched. Feels like I need to feel something. Still salty about what happened during training? Hopefully, you're starting to realize this won't be anything like the wrestling match. You'd better be quick if you want to live. And he just gently deflects off his shin? Or is this him jumping out of the way? Might just be him jumping out of the way. But then he's caught with a right. Catches his footing. I promised myself that I would crush him with Shinsu alone, instead of using my light. Again, we still don't quite know what his light does in the tower. I feel like I've been playing a practice round full of restrictions ever since I entered this tower. So much practicing and training. When I was outside, though, I didn't do any of that stuff for so many years. This is so much fun. I really hope we get more flashbacks. I've been saying since the beginning, more flashbacks of his time outside the tower. I want to know what his upbringing was like what friends or family members, like the woman who raised him or whatever, or who found him when he was a baby. What happened to them? Who did he leave behind when he chased Fintaminum and ended up here? I really want to know more about that part of the backstory. 2 days ago, training room for wave controllers. You truly possess a great power. Right? I can't speak for every regular in the tower, of course, but this is something else. So much Shinsu harnessed by one person. I've never seen anything like it. Hold on, this isn't some kind of incredible talent, it's just the bare minimum. Whatever it is, you have no way of controlling it. Well, as you know, most people harness Shinsu by creating a bong and channeling Shinsu into it. But with you, it's completely different. Your Shinsu forms without any bong to contain it, rips through its surroundings and disappears. You're not harnessing your Shinsu. If anything, you're unleashing a natural disaster. So again, he's just flexing power outside of himself, but he has no idea yet how to give shape to such power. Natural disaster. I kind of like that, Mr. Puppy. It wasn't a compliment. Take it as a warning. But I just can't take you seriously. You're a puppy. one who knows better than you. Currently, you don't possess the ability to harness such a violent power. What am I supposed to do then? I don't want to be a natural disaster forever. Will you just listen? I'm getting to the point here. From now on, your task will be to subdue your Shinsu instead. Subdue it? Yes. Use your powers and force it to obey you. To do this, you will utilize a technique called netting. How do I do that? First, spread your hands. Like this? Yes, your hands will function as your net. Now you're going to use that net to catch the Shinsu that's been unleashed and subdue it. I'll do my best to mentor you while you're here, but keep in mind this skill will take at least a few years to master. A few years. I'll do it in just 2 days. Do your best then. Back to the present. Stop running and face me. What, are you scared now that you've witnessed a ranker's power? Again, dodging? Geez, so impatient. Don't worry, I was planning on fighting back. Come to me. And we have a massive bong of Shinsu forming behind him. I feel like we've seen this face from him before. I've seen this before. It's the golden Shinsu that formed outside the cruise. But why did it reappear here? Wait, it can't be. I've been training my butt off, just for this. Use my hands as a net to gather the Shinsu that's running wild. And subdue it. He clasps his hands. And it's working. What in the... all that Shinsu, it's gathering between his hands. Gotcha. Shinsu, punch! And he forms it on his hands and launches it towards Danjon. And I wonder then, is it going to be his, less than 10 seconds? I mean, it's probably been more than 10 seconds at this point. Never mind. He crushed the area beside him. I was going to say, is this just going to be a one-shot punch? Oops, I missed. Impossible. That immense flow of Shinsu was coming from him? You like it? I prepared that technique just for you. It's not perfect, but hey, I got it ready, right on time for our battle. I finally decided on what to call it, too. It almost looks like snakes are coming from my fingers and binding the Shinsu, doesn't it? So I'll name it. And then we have 10 Serpent Bind. Never mind, I was thinking he was going to go Gorgon's Fist because of that. Okay, so because of the shape the Shinsu takes when he uses it, he has snake-themed... I guess also like with the Punch or Fist of Gorgons or Gorgon's Fist he used before, he just has snake-themed attack names, maybe. Snakes. Where'd he get that from? Sounds a bit tacky to me. And this whole time, Rob is just spectating. How dare you use such an advanced technique on top of wielding Shinsu as a rookie regular? You must be from some kind of powerful species or family. I don't know about that, but you've got the right idea. I am different from you. What? You see, I am the light. And we end there. So, I must say, one of the weaker chapters so far. Still fun, still great. It's just Urek dodging and aura farming. That was it. Like, we got some of the training. Fair enough. But I feel like Urek fighting Danjon, even though this is the Urek Mazino spinoff, with all the other things going on, with all the mysteries we have, with all of the things, with all the things going on with the game, it is Urek versus Danjon, one of the least interesting aspects of what's going on right now. Like, if he had just one-shot him and moved on or whatever, I would have been pretty cool with it. Pretty whatever. We had this one little piece of the light here of the Shinsu looking like Bong Bong shaped right there. But either way, You know, it's a good chapter. It was just kind of a lot of retreading ground of, you know, him dodging, him stalling for time. It's whatever. One of the more whatever chapters so far. I don't think it's the worst. There was the one chapter where, like, I don't remember if it was 7 or 8, somewhere on there. There was one chapter where basically nothing happened. It was kind of a really short one, from what I remember. So that one was weaker than this, but not one of the stronger chapters thus far. Either way, though, it'll be interesting to see what happens next. Just didn't feel like we made a ton of progress, honestly. Like, if you did like the video, comment down there. I don't have much more to say. Comment down there, tell me what you thought of the chapter, my first thoughts and reactions. Subscribe for more. Urek Mazino, much more on the channel. Follow on Twitter if you want. If you want a link to the Discord server, it's free and open for anyone. If you'd like to help support the channel by dropping a super thanks or by sharing around, it's appreciated. If you want to help support the channel, not only help keep videos being made, but also get your name at the end of videos and get One Piece bingo a bit early, you can hit join down below to become a member. Go to patreon.com/HakuOfTheTubes, or a link will be in the description to become a patron. Thank you so much to people who are already members and patrons. Thank you to chosen regulars Evan Hawley and Bertie Wooster, Magical Girls, J.A. and the D-Ban, Sheridan Student, David Langstaff, Slayer Candidates, S.G. and Stanceater, and Pure Elements, Paterdial, and Elsa the Storyteller. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.